We're told the following table shows the number of books read by each student during a reading challenge. All right, and then it says find the mean number of books read. Now, first of all, we just have to think about what does mean mean? So when we're looking at data, statisticians, mathematicians have always said, okay, I have a bunch of data. Are there ways to represent all of that data, maybe with a single number? And maybe one way to do that is to try to get some notion of where the center of that data actually is. Now, as you'll see in future videos, there's many ways of defining the center of data, but the mean is definitely one of the most common. In everyday language, when people say average, they're usually talking about the mean. Later on, you'll see there's other more mathy ways or other ways of defining it, but usually when people say the average, they're talking about the mean. So to calculate the mean, we essentially want to take the sum of all these numbers and divide by the numbers we actually have. So the mean of this data is going to be 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 7 plus 6, and then that's going to be divided by, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data points. So let's see, 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 11 is 24, plus 7 is 31, and then plus 6 is 37. Let's see, did I do that right? Let me go this way, make sure I get the same answer. 6 plus 7 is 13. Yeah, this is 13, that's 13, 36. Yep, this is all going to be 37. So 5 goes into 37. So this is, I could write it as a fraction. It goes into it 7 times with a remainder of 2. So 7 and 2/5. Or we could, if you wanted to turn 2/5 into a decimal, that's 0.4. So this is 7.4. Another way to think about it, if you're more of a visual person, you like to visualize things, is imagine that I had this, let's call it some kind of a platform, but it has no weight to the actual platform. And let me put some numbers on it all the way up to 11. Actually, I could just even start at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. And I'm going to put a weight for each of these. So Danica is at 5, so I'm going to put let's say a 1 pound weight there. Liam is at 8. I'm going to put a 1 pound weight there. Roan is at 11. I'm going to put a 1 pound weight there. Jamal is at 7. I'm going to put a 1 pound weight there. Patricia is at 6. And if I were to say intuitively, where would I put something? If you wanted to hold it with one finger and balance this whole thing, where would you put it? And you might intuitively say, oh, I'd put my finger right around here to balance everything. And so if you did it, and if you actually balanced it, that balance point you would see is actually right at 7.4. So that's another interesting thing that this measure of center, the mean, does for us. Another way to conceptualize it.